Hello guys, I am Parinita and welcome back to my channel to polish your CSE concepts with me. So let's get started. In today's video we are going to learn further about compiler design. If you have visited our last video of compiler design, you must have seen that in the last video we have learnt about recursive descent parser and operator precedence parser, right? And we have also seen that all the types of parsers earlier, and what we were supposed to do further is learn about the important parsers that are LR0, SLR1, CLR1, LLR1 and LL1. That is, if I talk about the overall criteria, we were going to learn about all the 4 LR parsers and recursive descent parser, that is LL1 parser. But all these 5 parsers, they work mainly on something that is known as first and follow. So before going to learn all those parsers, one of the important mechanisms that you must be knowing is how to find out the first and follow of any variables of the given grammar. So it is actually very important. So in this video what we are going to do is we are going to learn how to find the first and follow, so that after that we can learn about those parsers very quickly and easily. Fine. So yes, let's see how to find out first and follow. What they actually are, like this, any grammar will be given, and in the grammar whichever variables are present in our LHS, like here S, S1 and E, 3 variables are there. So our first task is to find out the first and follow set of these. Like I have written here, we will be finding first of S, S1 and E. Similarly, we will be finding follow of S, S1 and E. Simple. And after finding this, why we are finding this, when we will be learning about those parsers, you will get a clear idea that after finding these first and follow sets, we are going to use these sets to fill up our parsing tables. Fine. So in that case, first and follow will be very important. So yes, how we will be finding that? For finding out the first set of first, it is actually very easy. See how to find out first. These are the grammar that is given to us. First of all, for example, I have to find out first of S. How I will find out the first of S? For finding first of S, I have to see the production in which S is there in LHS. So here it is, S is there in LHS. So I have to say this whole production, and in all the productions, here I can see that when S is my LHS, I have 2 productions. One is this and the second one is this. So what I have to do, I have to see whatever first terminal is there. First, as the name itself indicates, that arrives or that is placed at the first place. So in the first place, whichever terminal is there, simply I will be writing that terminal. That's it. So when I will be finding first of S, I will be seeing this first of S. So in this case, first of S will be I, and in this case first of S will be small a. I and A both are terminals. So we will be writing these terminals as it is. Remember that in the set of first, always we will be having terminals. In this case we are having ready-made terminals, so we have written them as it is. But in case there is any non-terminal in the first place, if there is any non-terminal in the first place, what we have to do is we will go in the production of that non-terminal itself, and we will find out again the first terminals in its production. For example, here instead of A, I would have, for example, I was having S1. Right, slash S1. If I was having slash S1, then S1 is what? It is non-terminal. I cannot write S1 directly here. So what I would have done is, S1 is a variable. So the first of S will be S1. So I will go to S1 and again I will see the first of S1. So in this first of S, I will include the first of S1 also, that is E and null. So E and null would have been included here if S1 was there. Got it? So in the first, if we are having terminal, we will write the terminals as it is. If we will be having non-terminals, then again we will go to the production of those non-terminals and we will write down their first in this set. Fine? So it is easy. Then first of S1 is small e and null. Small e and null. Then first of E is only B is there in the first place, so B. So these are the set of first. It is very easy. And then we are having follow. What is follow? For finding out follow, we have to remember 3 steps or 3 points. See, as the name itself indicates follow, what you have to see is whenever you want to find the follow, see, let me tell you a simple thing. As the name indicates first of S means what? I will see that in the production of S, whatever is placed at the first position, right? I am writing that. And what do we mean by follow? So if we want to find out follow of S, I have to see that in my RHS, wherever S is there, whatever is following S, I have to take the decision according to that. For example, here S. Follow of S means here in RHS, here is S. So what is following S here? Understanding? Here in RHS we are having capital S here. Now if I want to see what is following capital S, so this S1 is following capital S. So I have to see what is following or what is coming after that S, and whatever is coming after that, based on that we will be taking the decision that what will come in our follow. Right? So how to take the decision? The rules are here. First of all, as I told, you have to check that what is following that particular variable. Now, if following the variable you have, after that variable, whatever it is following, if that is a terminal, what we will do? We will write it as it is. Terminal means what? The small character, small a, small b, small c. If we are having any terminal, we will write them as it is in our set. If it is non-terminal, we will be writing its first elements, right? If it is a non-terminal means if the variable following that variable is some non-terminal or big character like big A, capital A, capital B, anything like that. If there is a non-terminal, we will go to the production of that non-terminal and we will write its first elements there. The set, the elements that are present in its first set. Then we are having last element. If the variable that is present in the RHS is the last variable or the last element of that production, you have to just write follow of LHS in it. Fine, these are the 3 rules that you have to follow, and just following by the 3 rules you can find out the set of follow. Let us see now with the help of this continuing example. First of all, we want to find out follow of S. Follow of S, for finding out the follow of S, we have to see that where S is present in my RHS. So in these 3, only here only one S is present in my RHS. What is following that S? Capital S1. What is this? Capital S1 is there, so it is variable. Whenever variable or non-terminal, so whenever variable or non-terminal is there, we have to write its first elements. That means what? It is non-terminal, S1 is non-terminal. So I will just write here in the follow of S. Follow of S is S1. S1 is variable or non-terminal. So I will simply write the first set of S1. First set of S1 is E and null. E and null. But remember that null or epsilon is something that can be present in the first set, but it can never be present in the follow set. Remember this thing, follow set will never contain null or epsilon. Fine, this is an important point. So here we have to write the first set of S1 is E and null. We have written E as it is, but we cannot write null as it is. So whenever we are having null, what we will do? We cannot write null directly in the follow set. So what we will do? We will try to place this null in the place of that S1. See, first of all, the follow of S is S1. For the follow of S is S1, so we are writing the S1's first set. S1's first set is E and null. I have written E as it is. Now null I cannot write as it is. So null will be coming for what? For S1, for the first set of S1. So what I will try to do? I will try to place this null in the place of S1. So in the place of S1, if I am removing this S1 and I am putting null here, null means what? Null means nothing. So putting null here means I am just removing this S1. So after removing S1, what will happen? If I remove this S1, this S will become the last element of this S. Your Getting? If I remove here S1, then this S will become the last element of the production, and whenever I am having last element of the production, what the rule says? Write the follow set of LHS. If I put null in the place of S1, I will be S1 putting null means nothing, so S will become the last element, and whenever it becomes the last element, my rule says that at that time write the follow set of S. Now the follow set of S is, we don't have any follow set of S's yet, so only E will be there. And yes, one more rule is always the follow set of the first element will contain dollar. So that's it. And this is again one of the important points, that follow of starting symbol will always contain what? Dollar. Fine. Follow of the starting symbol will always contain dollar. So as we know, S is our starting symbol, so dollar will by default be there. Fine. That is how we will find out the follow with the help of these three rules. Now second one is follow of S1. For finding the follow of S1, we have to see that in RHS where S1 is present. So in RHS only at one place S1 is present. Now in this case, what is following S1? Nothing. So S1 is again my last element. So whenever any variable is my last element, what my rule says? That write the follow of LHS, that is write the follow of S. So follow of S is E and dollar. In this case, we will write the follow of S here as it is. So that will become my follow of S1. And then at the end, we are having follow of E. Follow of E, for finding the follow of E, we will find that wherever E is present in my RHS. So where E is present in my RHS? Here. And what is following this E? Small t, that is terminal. So whenever terminal is there, my rule says that write it as it is. So simply in the follow of E, small t will be there, that's it. Fine. So this is how we can find out the first and follow. First is very easy to find. For finding the follow, you just have to remember these three steps and it will become easy for you. Now I have tried to explain you all the possibilities here, all the steps here. I have given you the three rules also. I hope you have noted it down. But yes, this topic will become more and more clear as you practice more examples, right? It is mandatory to practice more examples to clear out this topic. So, but obviously in one video it is not possible to take so many examples. I have tried to explain you the whole concept with the help of one example, but I want you to solve more examples. Here I am giving you one little complicated example so that it will be easier for you to solve. See, try to solve this one. S gives A gives AB or AD, B gives B, C, F or F, C gives H or GD, D gives BE and E gives CD. See, this is one example. This is quite complicated. In the first step, I was just explaining you from the basics, so I have taken comparatively easier example. But once you are aware of all the steps and all the rules, I hope you will be able to solve, or you will be able to find out the first and follow of all these variables also. So this is one example, one standard example you can say. If you are able to solve this correctly, you can solve any first and follow easily. So please try to solve this example by yourself. Find out the first and follow for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For all the 6 variables, try to find out the first and follow and let me know the answer in the comment section, or let me know if you face any difficulty also, and let me know if you have solved it correctly. I will let you know if your answer is correct or not. And as I told, if you have solved this correctly, then you can solve any first and follow. So I hope you have understood the whole concept. Thank you.